All right. You're on live with us on Attenville TV. This is the Crack of Dawn Show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. And if you want to interact with us in studio today, you can do so. We're going to be talking about different types of cults. And you know what? We all need to have a better understanding. As religious as you may be, or as cultural as you may be, you need to learn that cult means group. It's not just evil. Yeah? All right, so we got a jam-packed show for the next hour. But before we do, let's take a little break. We'll come back straight after this.
Look at slide 4.
Becky, don't lose your cool. Think of the quarter pounder. It will taste like sunshine on a rainy day. Oh, so make it a day, the quarter pound away. Da 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 da.
I don't like seeing an advert like that when I'm fasting. McD's! That'll be a cool breakfast for a Monday morning, right? Well, welcome back, everybody. If you just joined us, you are live with us on Attenville TV. This is the Crack of Dawn Show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. And if you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so on with the contact details right there, or use the bottom column that says live chat. We've got Ramashni Farachi coming in saying, good morning! Roms! Morning, honey. How you doing? How's your weekend? I just want to say thank you to Ramashni Farachi for having me at her house on Friday. Yeah! Thank you. Food was good. The sandwich was good. You know, and please give your mom a big thanks for blessing us with 2 days of supper. Thank you so much. All right, for those of you who want to be just like Ramashni, interact with us in studio today. We're talking about cults. Now, before we get too serious, let me make you laugh. Oh, well, let my favorite radio presenter make you laugh this morning, as he is my favorite radio presenter. Coming up next, Wacky and Simpson with smartphone you don't deserve.
Jonathan screen keeps going to black. He's taken it into Samsung to be fixed. I'm phoning from Samsung.
Oh, shame. Poor man.
And as you know, in a prank, my job is to escalate the situation as quickly as possible and resolve nothing. Can I achieve success once again?
Hello?
Hello, Jonathan.
Yeah.
It's Fred here from Samsung.
Yes, Fred?
I've got your phone.
Is it back? Is it working?
Well, I'm the actual technician who's looking at it.
Yeah.
What did you do to this thing?
Or what happened is, the phone, where I put the phone down a little bit harder and occasionally it just shuts off completely. Yes, I know that expression.
Oh, now it's awkward.
No, now it's awkward.
Maybe you should try like an old Nokia.
Yeah, I know.
You don't have a dog, do you?
I do have a dog.
Well, I'm surprised your dog isn't dead.
And if you did your job for free, you will fix my phone. Listen, any physical damage deserve anything.
Smartphones are designed for smart people.
And idiots phone me with talking about me. I'm trying to convince me smartphones for smart people.
Yes, like
You, how do you know I'm not smart?
well, if I'm not,
so I sort of figured that out.
well, look, if I'm so if
Wasting my time. The school is going for a bull of crap. I'm the client in this situation. They're telling me I'm stupid. Who do you report to?
I didn't say you were stupid. I said you were an idiot.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
If you're stupid, you're born that way. An idiot, you become that way.
Okay, now what's your point in this now?
I would like to.
Now your concern. Your concern is to fix my phone. If it's damaged, you fix it. That's what you guys do. It doesn't help you telling me I'll drop my phone. I can drop my phone. It's my property. If it's broken, it's my responsibility. I'll give it to you. You guys fix it. That's your job. Do your job, I'll do mine. All right.
No, you know what you don't understand is that this phone is still under contract, right?
Yes.
So how much are you paying for this repair?
I'm not paying for this repair.
Exactly.
I haven't even been charged for this repair.
Exactly, because somewhere along the line, either insurance or it's going to fall under your contract is going to pay for this. So you treat these phones like rubbish, and somebody else picks up the tab. Now, is that fair?
I'll abuse I'll abuse the phone as much as I want to because it's mine.
No, well,
Right, I pay for it each and every month.
because it's ridiculous that.
No, stop wasting my time.
Well,
Stop wasting my time. I'm done talking. I'm not talking further to you.
Hello.
hello, Jackie.
Hi.
Darren Simpson, yeah.
Yes, yes, I know who it is.
Okay.
Hold on for me
No,
for
no,
a second.
no,
I'll put Jonathan on the line.
Hello?
Why not?
You get Jackie's number now.
Do you know who's speaking?
No, I don't know who's speaking. I don't even care.
It's Wackhead Simpson, brother.
Bracket for me.
The very definite tone change. If you are listening to any conversations in the office, please report them straight to me.
Wow, what a beautiful prank on a Monday morning about a smartphone. This is the Crocodile Show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. And if you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details at the bottom right of the screen. Or you can talk about different types of cults. Let's talk a bit about something called the Brethren, right? So now the Brethren is one of the several informal names for a nameless religious movement, which was actually created by Jimmy T, also known as Jim Roberts, okay? And other names.
Roberts, the movement seeks to shed all of the convenience and accommodations of modern living, with its members instead choosing to live as vagrants. Even allowed to laugh, celebrate, or play, as all celebrations must be saved for the return of the Savior at the end of the world. Although giving those conditions, I'm not sure what you'd have to laugh about. It goes as far, too, with members being barred from receiving treatment or medicine, even for common curable illnesses. Because members are forced to cut themselves off from their families, oftentimes members disappear without their family members ever even getting to know what happened. As such, groups have sprung up to try and reconnect brethren to their families and hopefully get them a dinner that didn't come out of a dumpster.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Thanks for that, honey. Whoa. No, man. Very good morning to Kim Parati this morning. Thanks for joining the show. Today we're talking about cults, different types of cults. And what you just watched was The Brethren. Well, that's the name of their cult. Hey, yo. Okay, I love food and I'm not fussy, so I eat anything. Okay, except tripe. All right. But eating out of a dumpster is unhygienic and is no good for no human being's health. Yeah. You don't know what's been in that bin. Not everybody does what my dad taught me. Every time it's bin day, you take the bin outside on the lawn, you put soap and you hose it and you clean it out. Now, not everybody takes care of the bins the way you heard in the clip or snippet before this. They're waiting for Christ to come back in order to smile, celebrate, and eat well. I'm totally against that. I'll die. I have to laugh every day. And now, if you look at the leader, Jerry Williams, this is the person who started this movement. Excuse me, beg your pardon. And if you look at this, it's actually separated from the Jesus movement. So it's the opposite of Christianity. Just remember, I'm a Hindu girl. I come from a Hindu mother and I come from a Christian father. So I have a bit of, my wisdom is quite up to par with Christianity and Hinduism as well. Recruiting a core followers in Colorado and California. And also, at first, they adopted a communal lifestyle, which you've just seen. Yuck, I can't get past it. I'm so sorry. I tried. It's hard to respect it when you're eating out of a dumpster. Yeah? Because I feel that you're not respecting your body if you're doing such. Now, Jim World. I do not understand the purifying part with the dumpster. But hey. Now, the movement directs new members to sell their possessions and break ties with their families as a necessary part of earning salvation. Also, any finances generated are distributed according to the need. And for instance, money might be used for material to basically sew your clothing, as you heard before, traveling expenses or cooking spices. In some cases, new members' money was given to the older members, but in other cases, it was kept by the individual to do what they would want to do with it. Now, there's main scriptures used to support this brethren, right? So they say Luke 14:33. Likewise, whoever so he be of you, the forsaken not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple. Any comments on that? Interact with us in studio today. You don't have to be a Christian or an antichrist to interact with us in the story today. We are talking about the cults. But hey, Arkansas during 1975 brought unwelcome attention to the Brethren, right? So beginning of the 1970s, stories written by members and Rachel Martin also began appearing. So the coverage often was negative, okay, and continued to surface in the media. The group dropped out of sight in 1980. Now, after several police raids and arrests in 1970, Robert ordered members to keep their locations a secret and not to communicate with their families. The members fear being arrested or kidnapped at the request of distraught families. Look at the film called, it's called Explode. Okay, hold on, I lost it. Okay, so it's being aired in PBS, right? So check it out. It's a documentary film, Evangeline Gregorios. Check it out. It's all about this cult of the Brethren where people are actually gone missing because they were afraid of being found or arrested. The question is, what were they doing to get arrested? If they say they don't harm others or they don't harm other people or they don't do wrong, what were they getting arrested for? Today we're talking about different types of cults. We'll talk about it a little bit more straight after this commercial break.
I put a spell on you. Because you're mine. Oh, because you're mine. Because you're mine.
Welcome back, everybody who just joined us. Good morning to you. You are streaming live with us right here on Attenville TV. Yeah. This is the Crack of Dawn show with myself, Kimera Heeralal, as your host. And if you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen, or you could use the bottom column where it says live chat. Now, this morning we're talking about different types of cults. Are they good? Are they evil? Well, let's get to know them a little bit. Now, today we're going to show you something called, the first one that you just missed. If you missed it, please click on the link later and you can watch the entire show again. Now, we spoke about the Brethren. Let's take a look at Happy Science. See what they have to say.
Number 4, Happy Science. Happy Science, formerly known as the Institute for Research in Human Happiness, is a Japanese New Age religion that's sort of happy science isn't just some fringe group in a tent in the backwoods. Rough estimates suggest that the group pulls inwards of $45 million a year. Sounds like there's some kind of profit happening here. That's a little pun for you. Happy Science has a full-on media division, producing several animated and live-action films, and publishing books numbering close to the thousands, mostly being transcriptions of Okawa's lectures about happiness, spirituality, and occasionally aliens, as a major part of the group's belief revolve around UFOs, aliens, and other cosmic entities. The group is fairly widespread, boasting temples across the world and various continents. The group's statistics claim that there are 11 million members worldwide, although more conservative estimates put it around 30,000 worldwide. Regardless, Happy Science is something that's clearly making a lot of people happy.
Thanks for that, dear. All right. So apparently Happy Science is something that makes people happy. Well, that's a good thing, right? That's a cult that's actually good. It makes people happy. Now, a little bit about, Happy Science. In the beginnings, this was in the 1970s when it was originated and discovered and whatever. And with its headquarters in New York, it developed into a controversial network of churches with 10,000 members. So, it had 10,000 members and 110 communes at its peak, but only a few hundred members in their later years. Now, the trail underwent a conversion experience in the early 1970s in Allentown, joined a Pentecostal church from which it was expelled, and began teaching Bible and developing a following. So that was quite cool. Okay. So basically, the gentleman that you just saw in the snippet that we played for you a few minutes ago, he changed the name of the Forever Family to the Church of Bible Understanding. That's what you just watched. Now, this happened in 1976. All right, so ex-members actually complained that they worked very low wages, okay? And with all the money going to the church, the group had a communal lifestyle. And the trial maintaining that only he can understand the true meaning of the words God. Ooh, okay. So the trail encourages his group members to break off contact with their families. Over time, the members decreased in numbers, and the group has now been accused of being a cult. And it has been estimated that the trail became a millionaire from this. Ooh, how did that happen? Okay, it's quite. Everybody would ask that question. How do you make so much money, and what were you doing to make that money? You know. So anyway, Reverend Bruce Ritter of the Covenant House accused the Church of Bible Understanding and enticing 17 youth out of the shelter with promises of salvation. And the state court also enjoined them from housing or transporting from underage 18 without parental permission. What I don't like about we've been through 3 different types of cults now. What I don't like is the fact that you have to stop contact or complete contact, lose absolute contact with your family and friends, which I don't feel is the right way of life. You know what I mean? It's all about, when you're at work, you have colleagues, you have a family. If you're blessed to have a family, why do you have to break contact off with them? Especially if you're doing good, especially if you're serving above, which is the Lord or God or however you may address the higher power. But something is funny. Something's fishy that none of us know about. Every single place that is known as a cult is very secretive. You don't even know what they do inside there. What do they preach if they're not following the common type of religion? It's actually quite interesting and quite shocking. Now, if you look at the business ventures, we're talking about this place making millions and millions of rands, okay? So let's say dollars here. Okay, so now with the carpet cleaning business, this is what they had. Now, Christian Brothers Carpet Cleaning Business. They were an inspiration to Seinfeld's Sunshine Carpet Cleaning cult, and they also started a used van business as a commercial venture. Now, also, the only successful venture is All Good Things, and New York City, dollars we're talking about. So New York City actually based retail stores selling architectural salvage goods and antiques. So now in 2017, the stores funneled $6.8 million to the Church of Bible Understanding, according to the non-profit tax filing for that year. Okay. Now this is now you're gonna wonder why I'm clapping my hands. They have a Haitian orphanage. That's beautiful. Okay. So now, in November 2013, the Associated Press investigated claims that the church was at fault for running a substandard housing for orphans in Haiti. And after the 2 homes, the church reigns received, actually falling grade from the Haitian agency that monitors these orphanages. And even though they claim in the IRS filings to be spending around $2.5 million, the home for boys and girls was so dirty, overcrowded during recent inspections that the government said that it should not remain open. It's not kosher. Okay. Now, if you're going to be a person who's going to give back to your community or to your people and have orphanages or build homes or whatever the case may be, it has to be clean. It has to be a place where you would actually stay. So that means you are treating the next person as an equal. And that is when you are giving back. So according to me, something's fishy here. They are doing something behind the scenes or under the cover where they are placing or doing their documents, or should I say their black and white is saying they're giving money to these orphanages, but they are not taking care of it. So where is the money really going, and where is the money really truly coming from? As we're talking about different types of cults this morning here on the Crocodile. Don't go anywhere. We're going to come back straight after this commercial break. TV. This is the Crocodile Show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. And if you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details that you'll find. Just remember the one we just watched, which was called Happy Science. We're going to talk a little bit of both as we go along with the show. So let's take a look at the Church of Bible Understanding.
Number 3, Realism. Realism is the teaching that humanity was birthed by a hyper-advanced race of aliens called the Elohim, who genetically engineered us as their children. Our most famous religious leaders over the years were Elohim human hybrids, whose wondrous abilities and powers were mislabeled as prophets. It's said that by 2035, if realism's followers have achieved the tenets correctly and fulfilled the movement's teaching by spreading its message and building an embassy to welcome its 39 aliens who are secret progenitors. But where things get pretty interesting and worthy of note is that around 2002, a company called Clonaid, with direct ties to realism, claimed to have done the impossible and cloned a baby girl, appropriately named Eve. Immediately, it spurned all kind of controversy, led to several investigations, discussions about the ethics and morality of the situation. But despite all this, no actual evidence of the clone baby ever came up. Eve isn't the only alleged baby birthed this way through Clonaid, with several claims of Clonaid brand clones being produced since the original story in 2000.
Orphanages, okay, fine, they've got an orphanage that they say they are funding, they say they are doing well, but then under the inspection, people find out, right? Now, it was actually founded in the 1970s. So you notice most of these cults were happening in the 1970s. This was the year that my mother was actually born. All right. So it was actually in France, okay? And it was by Claude Heeralal. Excuse me for stuttering. These names are quite difficult. Now, also now known as Rail. Now, Rail, scholars of religion. You can drop us a WhatsApp on 074-660-5829. Again, I'll give you the number 074-660-5829. Tell us what you think. If you are part of a cult, please help us clear the air, as we don't have a good judgment on what a cult really is.